Well, hello there from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's a mildly moist day here in late September at the Pleasure Beach. It's a 10 AM till 10 PM day. Today I've been joined by Mr. Meat and Potato Pie. I need a new thing to introduce you to videos, don't I?
You do, yeah?
Yeah, because you've not had meat and potato pies for breakfast.
Not today anyway.
Not today anyway. Unfortunately, Mike's not joining us as he's doing Big Fish, Little Fish cardboard box at Pontins on a clubland night, but here we are, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Jimmy's late.
Puffing, innit?
Yeah, as always. So what are we doing today, Mark?
Just going to try and do as many rides as possible, not just slapping a big one or dipper. We're just going to do a variety of rides today. Try to do the majority of the coasters as well.
Yeah, kind of show how many rides you can do on one of these late night riding events at the Pleasure Beach and in what order to do it in. Yeah, so that's the aim. So we are starting Nickelodeon Street, which opens in about 5 minutes time. Well, that was nice and quick. We've been on Nickelodeon Street.
Yep.
Always the best one to do first, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Normally gets a big queue from about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock onwards on a day like this, so better get it done early, out of the way, and then you can move on. You don't waste a bit of time then.
Agreed, because currently people are just walking in and straight onto it, whereas, like you say, in an hour's time, the queue will probably start
Around here.
somewhere like here. So it is always worth doing early.
Yeah,
however, doing it early means you don't get it at its best. That's the only downside.
The only downside, still a good ride though.
Yeah, agreed.
It doesn't take a lot of warming up, so just a good fun ride. Get it out of the way though.
Agreed. It's got a moist rail today, so that always helps.
Always helps.
Where next?
Avalanche.
Let's go. Probably worth a mention at this point in time that Nickelodeon Street opens at 10 AM, whereas Avalanche and Revolution and Steeplechase and most of the other major rides here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach open from 10:30. So we're a little bit early getting to Avalanche because it's currently 10:15. So we've got about a 15-minute wait, but we should be straight on it. And I totally recommend coming to Avalanche straight after Nickelodeon Street. There we go, it's testing now. Good timing. There he is, been on Avalanche, fresh from a ride on his Mac bobsleigh.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was alright, to be honest with you. Better than what I remember it being, to be honest. It was alright, it was good fun.
The thing is, when you don't go on rides here for ages, you actually appreciate them a lot more when you do eventually go on them again, and I found that just them going on it.
Yeah, agreed. It was good fun, it was, fast, it was brilliant really, so what more could you want from a coaster?
How does it compare to the other Mac bobsleighs we've done recently and all together?
It's good fun, it is.
Yeah.
I'll say that for a lot of the Mac bobsleighs. Obviously the one at Hyde is a bit longer than that, goes on for a bit, so it's hard to compare really. I know obviously the same coaster type, but for what it is in that space as well, does works a treat.
Agreed. Now normally at this point I put some off-ride footage in and then I talk about it, but today I'm going to cheat the system a little bit and put one of our old Avalanche POVs in because it is extremely difficult to get off-ride shots of Avalanche. Just a very quick one from me. Seems as I've not appeared on camera yet today. I've let Mark do all that kind of stuff, but thought I'd better introduce myself to the vlog. If you are a first time watcher to Pleasure Beach Experience, I'm Scott and it's Mark that's been doing most of the talking on camera so far. Avalanche, do you know, I've not been on it for ages and I actually appreciated it for what it is. It's a fun, thrilling little ride. Good family coaster. Can't wait to take my little boy on it in a couple of years' time. May even be next year. It's growing ridiculously fast, so might even get him to go on it next year. But yeah, it's a good little coaster. Onto Revolution now, which again is another one of those rides that we recommend doing nice and early when you're here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And we are going to get in the queue because, as you can probably see behind me, there's a lot of people joining the queue for it now. It's definitely worth a mention that the Revolution queue here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach has some of the best views of Blackpool Pleasure Beach anywhere in this park. And whilst the camera's focused on it, it's worth mentioning that the big one is opening a little bit late today. Even though that we've queued from pretty much the bottom of the Revolution steps, it's taken us less than 10 minutes to get to almost loading onto the ride. So even though the queue for the Revolution can look quite long if it's at the bottom of the steps, it does take really quickly because even though of course it only has one train, it's a shuttle coaster, it's a very short coaster, so the queue moves really quickly.
So we're expecting it to be a bit longer, but what, 5 or 10 minutes, happy days.
Yeah, and some great views of the Pleasure Beach up here as well.
Agreed. Can't beat it, you know, obviously a bit grey today, but even still, happy. It's just, you just watch the rides go around, happy days.
Agreed, we might have to come up here later when it's gone dark and get the views again, but in the dark. I know you don't want to do the steps today, but we've got to get those steps in.
I know, but it's a long way up here, mate, to be honest. We'll be a bit high if you might like it.
Yeah, you get a bit nervous.
Agreed.
We've been on the Revolution after what was probably a 15-minute wait at most, which is happy days really. Late night riding. Nice when you get on a ride that quickly. So the first hour here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, we've been on Nickelodeon Streak, we've been on Avalanche, and we've been on the Rev. Now it's worth mentioning, I've not been on the Rev in absolutely ages. We sat at the back row and I forgot just how intense that ride is. Proper Arrow classic right there. And I'm so glad we've got it at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And just like we were saying about Avalanche, one of those are probably underappreciated because I don't go on it very often, but glad to have gone on it. Now chilling on the Pleasure Beach Express, and I'm not really sure where we're going to go next, but we'll wait to see when the big one opens. It's currently testing and hopefully it'll be open soon. But I would imagine we'll probably do something like Infusion or Big Dipper or something like that next. I'm not really sure. I think we're just going to chill on the Pleasure Beach Express and see what happens after that. You made a fair point whilst we were going through the tunnel.
Yeah.
We need to think about doing Steeplechase first rather than Infusion and Dipper. So after the train we'll do that. One thing I would probably say is not to do Pleasure Beach Express if you're looking to get big ride count in the first 2 hours. Just, we were waiting on Jimmy, weren't we? So we're like, let's just do this.
Waiting on Jimmy Foffin.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? I think it took him 3 hours from Manchester to get here, so
sneaking playing people.
so we'll thought we'd wait on this and then get Steeple done after it.
Chilling. So Steeple after this, then probably Big Dipper, and then probably Infusion.
Can't wait.
Yeah, right. I believe it's on 2 trains. I've seen a post in Pleasure Beach Experience chat that it's on 2 trains, so should help the queue go down nice and quick. Well, here we are in the queue for Steeplechase, a rare sight in the Pleasure Beach Experience vlog. There he is, fresh from his ride on Steeplechase.
Yeah.
And a Burger King dinner.
Yes.
I probably shouldn't ask you this, but how was Steeplechase?
It's just not my type of ride. I just find it uncomfortable going around the corners. To be honest with you, it just doesn't suit my body shape, I don't think.
One way of putting it. Yeah. So the park is very busy, but we're going to head over to the
Stompers.
Go and watch the amazing stompers in the hub in a minute. Oktoberfest. Looking
Great.
forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait.
How was Burger King?
Good, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Burger King. It was a good burger. But I am looking forward to singing along with the stompers again.
Yeah, I think you should. As we came off Steeplechase, Mark had already gone. I won't say where he'd gone. He'd just gone for a little wander. Jimmy was still on Steeplechase, and I was like, do you know what? Big One queue has just opened. Oh, fan of the big one here. I was like, yeah, I'm going on it. Jumped straight on it. It's on 2 trains today. We'll definitely be going on it again later on in the day. Icon's now open as well. So some of the other rides, other than the big one and Icon, have now got smaller queues because earlier on today, the big one and Icon were a little bit late opening. So it meant everything else had busier queues than they perhaps would have done in the first couple of hours. But the queues have now spread out evenly, which means getting on everything else will be a lot easier than it would have been whilst the big one and Icon were down. But I never doubted that they'd open. They were just a little bit later than normal opening. But this can happen. It can happen at any theme park in the world. Not everything opens on time every time you go to it. But we've had a good day so far, and now it's time to head over to the hub to watch the Oktoberfest shows.
Come on. Yay! Willkommen, mein Freund, mein Fräulein. Bei any summer meals und rustiges und draußen at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, ja! 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 Aye! It's enough of that, innit? I can't speak German. Welcome down to the world famous Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Our little beer keller in the hub. Daytime drinking, yay! Where's the noisiest table this afternoon? Can these lot dressed up? Give them a round of applause, ladies and gents, dressed up. They're the next band, don't worry. We are the amazing Bavarian Stompers. That was our theme tune, the Liberty Bell, more improperly known as Monty Python's Flying Circus. And this afternoon we are here to try and recreate the kind of atmosphere you'd find if you went to a traditional German Hofbrauhaus like what they have in Hofbrau. Basically, it's a load of umpire tunes for us all to get drunk to this afternoon. Does that fit the bill or what? Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't.
Oh yes, it does.
It's not a pantomime. Even the, oh, there's always one. Who put 50p in the knobhead? I know we are dressed like the camp cast of Dick Whittington. 50 miles to Morecambe and still no sign of Dick. Do you know what's weird? I have to wear this for work, mate. This is weird enough. My mum and dad are so disappointed in me, they still think I'm in prison. The weirdest thing is that... That's weird, isn't it? It is, isn't it? 2 years I haven't been on, it stinks. I tell you, it reeks. I smell that. Oh, that's better. Right, let's introduce you to the members in the show. I am Boris the Burgermeister, here to try and make sure things going along a bit smooth. It's not my real name, I made it up. To our far left, on the end over there, look at him, he doesn't speak a word of English, ain't got a clue what's going on, doesn't even know where he is. He thinks he's at Alton Towers. Von Fatberg! See, some people are stunned or bored, I don't know. Give him a little part, show him what you can do. Have a bit more mime on it. Hey. Give it up for Johan, yes! Next to him, here he is from the Bavarian boy band, No Direction. He's got the smallest bell end in Bavaria. It's a trumpet. You naughty people. Stop laughing, that's your mind, not mine. Give me a little part, come on, show what you can do. Bit of pace on this. Give it up for Jürgen von Grabenecker! And on vocals assisting and in amongst the crowd in a beautiful stylistic way. Let's have it for the lovely Heidi! We are going to start, as we mean to go on, and that is with everybody doing a traditional German toast. Now the German toast goes ein Prosit, Gemütlichkeit, which means drink, drink and be merry. Now does anybody in the hall here this afternoon like drinking? You just got to sway like that, it's as simple. These two are going to be coming around amongst you to make sure we're doing just that. To play us into the first of many German toasts, Jürgen, give it your best shot. Beautiful. Swaying, we'll get singing, it goes like this. Come on, bring it, Kelly, you can do it. Yeah! Through the lines, as long as you have free, through the lines, it's not raining, we're in Blackpool. Oh, thank you. I'll bring him up here, come on, he's got to come on stage. If you're going to dress up, you've got to be in the show, haven't you? You've got to be in the show. Why do you not keep clapping? That's it, stand on the stage where you belong. Look at that outfit. Just his hands free, hands free. It's good, isn't it? Amazing. Go on, hands. Now hands, we're going to do a Highland fling. Not very German, but I'm sure you're going to be able to dance with us. If you're ready, let's just swap. Keep clapping. 1, 2, 3, go. Then you swap hands. Swap hands. Let's swap. Let me swap. We go. Swap. Swap. Back to slow. Stay there. Now face that way, hands. And your butt that way. These guys are here. Take it on. Stop it. Don't want to interrupt him mid-flow. Yeah, you want an equity card, mate. Right, hands. Give a bow, and all these public are going to go mad and scream and cheer for you. Listen to that. Let's give it up for hands. Swap hands. Right, let's see if we can hook him up. Ready? Bump, tick, tick, bump, tick, tick, bump, cross, come on boys, cross, cross, bump, tick, tick, bump, tick, tick, bump, cross, cross, bump, cross, not hard, tick, tick, bump, tick, tick, bump, cross, cross, bump, cross, bump, not going to be Marlowe's way, surely. Well done to our helpers on stage. Give them a big round of applause. Take a bow. You've done wonderfully done.
It's a great show. I genuinely hope Pleasure Beach bring them back again next year, because it's a fabulous Oktoberfest show and just the event that they put on. You know, the free shows are excellent. They are brilliant.
They have good banter with the crowds. Yep. They get the crowd going straight away. The music's good. The show's good. I just think it's a credit, and it's what the hub was made for, things like that, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I cannot recommend it. If it's on next year, get yourself here for the event. It's brilliant.
Agreed. So I'm sure many people who know Blackpool Pleasure Beach will know that we are currently in the queue for the Grand National. What's going on? Why are we queuing for this? Because this is very out of character for us, isn't it?
It is. They might have just retracted it or something like that, because it's been running very well over the last couple of weeks, I'll be honest with you. It took me back to my childhood. It's been running that well.
Agreed. I thought, to be honest, it had an accident and come back to 2005. You know, Sam Tyler style, Life on Mars, because honestly, we've been doing this last couple of weeks on the late night Fridays. And it's been excellent, hasn't it?
It has been very, very good. I'm looking forward to it again today.
Agreed.
It's running the best it's done for a long time, in my opinion.
Here we are, we've been on the Grand National. It took 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, chucking the trains out for National. Happy days.
Agreed. How was it?
Best woody in the country, I think.
I'm not so sure about that.
It is best woody in the country. Airtime, and more airtime. It's running very well, very, very well at the moment.
But was it superb airtime?
Superb airtime, definitely.
About time you said that in the video, it's been far too long.
I know.
What's changed? What's changed? Because not so long ago we were actually refusing to go on the Grand National anymore. It was, what, 3 months ago we were like, we'll walk past it, not bothering with it, can't be bothered with it, it's too rough, it's too this, it's too that. And here we are, we've gone on it a lot lately.
We have. I think it makes a massive difference, the fact that it's a full train. Even on a wheel seat, it's not too bad at the moment. I think once you got used to having those half trains, for some whatever reason, just didn't agree with the ride. So consequently now it's got a full train, it's not as bad. So we just tended to lap it and just enjoyed it. Obviously, when you can sit on your own, it's even better. But fabulous. Literally, I honestly don't know what's changed with it. I think genuinely it's because they've done some work on it and it's now back to full trains again.
Yeah, because we noticed that with Wickerman at Alton Towers, we've noticed it with Big Dipper, that they're both performing a hell of a lot better with full trains.
Agreed. It just must be a Woody thing.
Yeah, because going on to, well, obviously, I know it was just me and Becca that went to Oakwood, but Megaphobia was not fun at all, and that was still half trains, whereas this now is a lot better. I just think it is anyway.
Yeah, you saw like a lot of people who went last year and it was on our trains and they just didn't enjoy it, and I just couldn't understand, because obviously when we went it was 19 full trains, it was a great ride. But if you think about a lot of like Wickerman was the same, Big Dip was the same, and this was the same, it's like gone back to full trains and you can appreciate it a lot more, and they just seem to work and run better. Agreed,
but best Woody in the country.
Yeah, air time, mate. Plenty of it. Plenty of air time. It's just what I like in a coaster. It's just air time filled, and it's got back to like feeling good and enjoying on it rather than going on it and thinking, I'm dreading it. How brutal is it going to be? But recently, it's been running the best it's run in a long time.
Agreed. So, would you now leave it as it is, or would you still say you'd like something to change, or where are you at with it in terms of how it is?
I'm sure there's some more work they could do, similar to what they've done on Dipper on it. But the first thing I'd change is I'd get rid of that clunky lap bar, to be honest with you. I think that hinders it a lot. If it was a bit thinner or something like that, it'd be a lot more enjoyable. Even a buzz bar like a racer.
At Kennywood, yeah, that'd be excellent. Right, where next?
Should we go and have a look at the merch?
Yeah, definitely. We're just going to have a very, very quick look at the Journey to Hell Freak Nights merchandise here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So we've got jumpers, and then there's another look at the jumper with a lanyard as well. And then if we move around this way, you've got the names of the haunts, which will be here for Journey to Hell Freak Nights. And that's the back of the hoodie there. And of course, when you're at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, you can buy stuff and then ask the staff to leave it at the main entrance and pick it up at the end of the day. There's also drinks bottles as well. So yeah, lots of Journey to Hell Freak Nights merch out at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, ready for the Halloween season. We've had a little bit of a break from doing the rides. We've watched Oktoberfest a couple of times, which we didn't plan on doing before we got here. We thought we'd probably watch it the one time, but it's such a good show, we watched it a second time. But since we come back out from there and started to do the rides again, the rides seem to be getting a little bit quieter, which is good for us as riders, definitely. And just while we're at Big Dipper, I want to give Martin a big shout out, who's now working on Big Dipper. Great guy that works at Pleasure Beach. So well done, Martin, for getting a move on to Big Dipper. So we've just been on the best wooden roller coaster here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, ignoring everything that he says, which Big Dipper is still the best woody here.
It was good, I'll be honest.
It was very, very, very good.
Back roller eggs.
It is spot on. It is. It's a great woody. It is. You don't think it's the best here, do you?
No, yeah, nice, but it's still a fabulous coaster. Probably first and second best woodies in the country. Either order.
Yeah, quite possibly there. Yeah. What I will say is, I said this in a recent Alton Towers video, we are so lucky in England especially to have like Big Dipper, Grand National, Nickelodeon Street. Of course, back in the day we had the Wild Mouse, Wickerman, and even going as far as Wales, Megaphobia. In Britain, not just England, Britain, we are so lucky we have some amazing wooden roller coasters. Fort Park, let's have another one.
Yes.
Oh, Pleasure Beach, let's have another one. Anyway, Infusion?
Infusion.
Yeah, let's go and do Infusion then. This time we are going to do it. Best thing about Infusion is if you should get the big one in the queue. A little bit of Pleasure Beach trivia for you. You didn't know why the big one supports are cut out with these, with a gap underneath it here. It's because the log flume used to go directly beneath the big one, and of course when they were constructing the big one they had to build over the log flume. quickly. In terms of the ride experience, looks good. On to the next one.
I'm going to say no.
So we're in the queue for the big one, Jimmy's Knit Me Donuts. All I did was all I had was some of me lemonade and he's knit me donuts. Not much of a queue now.
That's alright now, isn't
As
it?
we've just been discussing off camera, the queues have dropped significantly.
Significantly. From about 6 o'clock they tend to die off a little bit at late night riding, so we timed it well, haven't we, with hammering the rides in the morning.
Yeah.
And then had a chill and now we can hammer it again at night.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Oktoberfest has broke the day up perfectly.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
A request to Jason, if you're watching, can we have a Christmas show in December for the winter weekends, please?
Yes, yes, please. And can we have the Bavarian Stompers back for next year as well?
Yeah, oh, you got a bit close there, mate.
Oh, sorry, mate.
It's alright, you're a bit like that. I know, yeah. Anyway, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. These big one staff, they're chucking these trains out, the queue's moving at a speed of knots, it's excellent.
Happy days.
They're smashing it, aren't they? They are a great team this year.
Fantastic team this year.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Definitely. So, how long do you think it's going to take? Bottom of the ramp for the big one, 2 trains.
Don't know, you know. It depends.
Yeah.
It's very dependent on whether they've opened the indoor extensions.
Of course you can.
Whether they've opened the indoor extensions or not.
Yeah.
That'll be the difference. If not, be on it in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
if
agreed.
not, probably be out 20.
Yeah, well, we can live with that.
Yeah, easy.
And after that, it's Icon.
Icon.
I'm going to have to wobble the camera here because it's a bit of a tight gap for someone of my frame.
It's alright. Preparation for Tully's.
Yeah, tight spaces.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nearly Halloween season. You wouldn't think it with this weather.
Oh no.
It's still hot. What's going on? End of September, it's still warm.
It's like a July day.
It is. This is never Blackpool in September with this heat. Today it's roasting.
It is.
But yeah, this queue is moving very quickly, so big shout out to the big one staff who are smashing it like they have done all season. Been on the big one?
That'll be Dave.
Twice for me. Sorry.
Twice, Dave.
Thought I'd get that in.
It's alright. Running very well tonight.
It is.
Very, very well. Fast, brilliant. And they're chucking the trains out. Like we said, it's been good.
Yeah, agreed. Any particular highlights or just happy to have gotten it again? And just, it is flying today, isn't it?
It is, especially good over Star Hill.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Just good to go on it. Especially at night as well, when it's all lit up when you get your illuminations. One of the best coasters in the UK for visually, anyway.
And to ride, not just visually.
Well, second best behind still. Set that.
Yeah, whatever. At the major coasters, we've got Icon left.
Yeah.
So we're going to wait for this shower to pass.
And then we'll be on it.
And then we'll do it, and then back to the big one, and then we'll probably still have time to spare.
Yeah, great.
Obviously we've not been on Blue Flyer, but after that we'll have been on 9 out of 10 coasters, I believe.
Well, all the major coasters anyway.
Yeah, what have we missed?
Only.
Just Blue Flyer.
Blue Flyer, that's it.
Can't really fault that.
No.
Right, so the rain needs to go away.
It does.
So it's looking like the rain is going to hold off for us, which is great news, of course. So the next ride for us is going to be Icon, which is the last major coaster for us to do here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach today. Always great to get on this in the dark. Not something we do very often because we always go to the big one in the dark. So happy to be able to do this. It is on 3 trains. The queue is outside of the main entrance of Icon, but I really don't think it's going to take long from here. Lights everywhere, rides lit up, magical atmosphere, train lights on the rides, it's just amazing. I love this place when it's like this. Late night riding, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, the place to be in the summer or almost autumn.
We queued 20 minutes.
Oh, I was going to say 40. It felt like 40. It went really quick up to the point where you can't see the ride.
Yeah.
Once you get level with the station building and all you can see is the station building and the Grand Prix to the side, it seemed to take a while. But then we chose to do front row as well, so absolutely worth doing front row in the dark.
Great.
You said you'd never done it in the dark before, the front.
No,
It's good, isn't it?
Definitely the best seat as well. Especially when you're coming over the top hat on there. Fantastic, really, really is.
The thing with Icon is, I did remember doing a video on lockdown, is it overrated or is it underappreciated? And I still stick with that, is that in some cases it is overrated, but in other cases it's very much underappreciated. Because, and I say that because sometimes I'll read comments where people say they should have got a Vekoma, they should have got an Intimate, they should have done something different. Don't get me wrong, there's things that I sometimes think, I wish this was a little bit different. But at the same time, when you go on it and appreciate it for like what it is, you realise that actually we've got a damn good roller coaster here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and I don't think I appreciate it enough. I mean, that first year it was here, if you've been watching Pleasure Beach Experience for a while, you'll know that I see it was the best ride in the country. And at the time I genuinely thought that, and I was just doing it all the time. And then in 2019 I re-evaluated that a little bit. And now I'd still say it's probably my third favourite here. But it's a damn good coaster, and I'm just so happy we have it. I don't know where you sit on that.
Yeah, he ranks highly on it. One of the things that you'll always see is you don't see someone coming off not unhappy. Every general public will come off and you can see them smiling, enjoying. And when you come in like coasters and you can see them coming on the brake run, they're all smiling and enjoying it. That's all you can ever want from a coaster at the end of the day.
I'd say most people that come here these days probably think Icon is the best or one of the best because it's everything that people probably want from a modern day coaster. It's got inversions or an inversion, depending on how you sit on the Immelman. It's got airtime, it's got launches, and it's smooth, which is what a lot of people want these days. I think it has everything that it could have for a roller coaster in its space at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I think it's perfect for this park, it's perfect for the time. It's not the most thrilling ride at this park, it's not the most thrilling ride in the country, but it's a damn good ride. And when you go on it in the dark like we've just done, I'm very happy with it. And I'm just so happy we've got it at the Pleasure Beach. And I think that this, when I watch back on this video and I edit it and I watch it back in the future, I need this to be a lesson to me. Appreciate Icon more. It's a damn good roller coaster that we have at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
Great.
On to the big one. Come to the end of our day at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and we are out of the park and in an illuminated area because Numpty here forgot to bring his external light. How has your day been at Blackpool Pleasure Beach?
It's been a fantastic day. I think it's probably been the best late night riding all year, I think. It's been a good atmosphere on park. Everyone's been happy, it's been lively. Staff have been fantastic, they've been chucking the trains out, and the rides have been running exceptionally well.
Agreed. Any particular highlights?
Big one, Nash, Dipper, Icon, front row in the darkies. Was good. I massively enjoyed it. It's just been a good overall day, but the particular highlights, and just really thanks to the staff for being just nice and friendly and just being good fun.
Agreed. Gonna put you on the spot, but you knew this was coming a while ago. Can you rank the Pleasure Beach coasters from best to worst?
Big one.
Yeah.
National. Dipper. Streak. Icon.
Nickelodeon Street ahead of Icon, for definite.
Definite.
Whoosh.
After that, Rev. Avalanche, Steeplechase, and Infusion. Not classy in blue flyer.
It's not fair to put blue flyer in, is it?
No, it would probably just be lined Avalanche if you really must know.
Fair enough.
Today's been a really good day. Loads of rides in the morning, chilled afternoon with the Bavarian Stompers. Fantastic band. Really hope they come back next year because they're just so good. And plenty of rides afterwards. Been a chill day and a good day.
Just picking up on what Mark said, absolutely fantastic day here at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Days like this are great. Rides open till 10, Blackpool Pleasure Beach open in the dark. It's a special park in the dark, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Brings back all the amazing childhood memories from being here with my mum and dad, and then when my brother was born, and just being here as a family, just those memories come back, and then the memories I've made as a teenager, in my 20s and now in my 30s. It's a special part, Blackpool Pleasure Beach in the dark. It's just incredible, and days like today just bring all those amazing memories back. So I'm very happy with that. Got 4 rides on the big one on Icon. I think we did Big Dipper, and well, we did everything then. All the coasters except for Blue Flyer we've done today, which I think is damn good going when you consider that we sat in the hub for nearly 3 hours watching Oktoberfest. We've been on Pleasure Beach Express twice, we've been in Burger King for dinner, so we've not just done rides all day, and yet we've been on 9 out of 10 coasters, and we've not only done them once each. Grand National, just amazing at the minute. I don't know what's going on and why it's so much better, but it just is. I think the full trains do make a difference. Big Dipper, incredible. Big One, incredible. If I'm going to rank the rides like Mark has, Big One, Big Dipper, Icon, Grand National, Nickelodeon Streak, this is where it gets tough, Revolution, Avalanche, Blue Flyer, Steeplechase, Infusion. Infusion is last after today. I just did not enjoy it. I think this is going to sound ridiculous. Since I've lost a bit of weight, you probably can't tell because I've still got my double chin. Since I've lost a bit of weight, I've found that I probably don't enjoy Infusion quite as much as I used to. So I'd not say it was one of my favourites, but I just found it a little bit more tolerable. I cannot say that word. Go on, Mark, say it behind the camera.
Tolerable.
That's the one. I'm not even going to try and say that again. Bearable. There we go. Rubbish with things like that. But yeah, it's probably down there with Steeplechase at the bottom with me now. There's now only 2 late night riding days left. 23rd of October, 30th of October. If you're free on those days, come and give Blackpool Pleasure Beach a go. They need the support. Every part needs the support at the minute, so always worth doing. Blackpool Pleasure Beach, late night riding, the best kind of days. But yeah, that's all from me. And now it's on to Halloween footage, starting from this coming Sunday. The video will be from Tully's Shocktoberfest, which is always a great night. See you there. Many thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tully's.